everyone. I'm from Dr. Mesto's lab, so the Ocean Studies and Atmospheric Sciences group. So what is the inverse method? Well, in a nutshell, the inverse method is a way of getting data from data. And so for my project, what I was trying to do is actually use this inverse method to use his glider data, which is what I'm using in this project, and actually retrieve absolute geostrophic velocities for that. So what's the importance of this method? Well, this method is actually used very commonly in oceanography, but also in other geoscience applications. Calculate the relative geostrophic velocities, which are calculated using some unknown reference level, which in our case, we chose 500 meters. Based on this, we can actually get the relative geostrophic velocity. This is done by a component of that to actually get cross-track, along-track, cross-track velocities. And this is where the inverse method is useful, because those velocities actually need an unknown set of velocities to actually get the absolute. So in order to do that, you actually have to use the inverse method. And so in this equation right here that I'm showing, we're actually conserving volume, and we're assuming that this is a closed loop, so there's no, whatever comes in comes out. And using this, we're able to actually calculate the absolute geostrophic velocities at any depth within the glider track. Here we're actually showing the glider track, and this is useful. The reason we're doing it is because it's useful. It actually gives us better results, so it's better measurements. Historical data doesn't actually, some of these glider missions don't have the capability to directly measure currents. There is another method which allows you, which is depth average, but for some examples, they don't have that. So we have to actually find those depth average currents using this method. And this allows us to then compare to satellite data, which you see in that figure over there. Thank you.